Sin censura con Vicente Serrano.
President Donald Trump is signing executive orders on immigration, and we need to take action. We cannot sit and wait. With us, Teresita Marsal Avila, attorney at law, and I really appreciate that you're here with us, Teresita, to give information, which is the most important thing right now to the community.
Yes, it's a difficult time because the president has signed a few executive orders that affect us as a nation in the name of national security. But we also have to counter that with our rights to liberty and due process of law. The Constitution of the United States, under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution, guarantees due process of law to people requesting immigrant visas and visitor visas into the United States. And it also protects all foreigners from discrimination. Even the Immigration Act has a section that protects people that decisions cannot be made based on your sex, religion, or gender. And these executive orders have granted immigration officials plenary discretion to determine who is going to be eligible, and which leads to abuses in a sense of a person can just decide if a person is going to get a benefit depending on a personal decision, which could be in certain times discriminatory.
And in this particular time, I think we, the citizens or the legal residents, are responsible to stand up and look all the legal ways to either stop or find the way for our undocumented community to finally get some status. And in these mixed families, where
Yes.
some people are citizens, others are undocumented, we should focus on them, particularly in these times, Teresita.
Yes. We understand that people who travel and arriving at airports, their rights are limited, but permanent residents in the United States, through their relatives who are United States citizens, are protected through the United States Constitution to certain rights. And right now, the Immigration National Council has filed several lawsuits, specifically in Seattle, Washington, where the Muslim community is being affected, specifically from the 7 countries named in the executive order. But it is their United States citizen relatives that have filed these petitions and who are being affected by the ability to be united with their relatives, who in these cases are their children, their spouses, their parents. And so the Constitution protects people to have due process of law, and not simply eliminated by the fact that an executive order prohibits a person from even be allowed to board a plane when they have already been granted permanent residency or perhaps a visa into the United States. So these battles are going to continue to be fought in order to have courts determine the interpretation of this law and determine whether they are constitutional or not. So the fight just started. The battle is in the hands of legal experts, but we need the communities to also let us know of any abuses or any facts that they believe that the federal agencies are not correctly interpreting the law, or they're also violating some of the court orders. As we know, some courts have already ordered stays that this laws cannot be used until there is a decision from the court. But we hear also of cases where the actual Customs and Border Patrol are not listening to the courts, and these things need to be reported so that we can take action.
And I want to note that if you are a citizen and your parents are undocumented, it's our responsibility to take action now and to look every single possible way to help them to achieve that status, to get that status ASAP. That's why I ask you to call and make an appointment with Teresita Marsal Avila, calling 773-762-2500 at her office, 773-762-2500. The first consultation is free. They're located on the 900 Yory Boulevard in Oak Brook, Illinois, and I hope that you find this crisis an opportunity to really take responsibility and make things happen, because it's in our hands to make things happen, Teresita.
Yes, and lastly but not least, United States citizens, call your congressmen and your senators. This is time for the whole country to unite. We believe a lot of the clauses in the executive order may be determined to be unconstitutional. So this is the time also to ask Congress to act on your behalf. These representatives work for us. This is their job. And so besides consulting attorneys, if you are a United States citizen with a relative, and we're talking about these mixed families, in this situation, it is time to make that phone call. It is time for advocacy. It is time to make all of those decisions that perhaps we thought, well, we're okay for now. This is the time to take action and also to obtain information. And I think programs like yours provide the information necessary to help our communities make the decisions to help all those who are undocumented.
And this is the time to unite. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim, if you're Catholic, if you're Asian, if you're Latino. On this, we're all together, and you're not alone. Thank you for watching.
Sin censura. Con Vicente